late. I had told myself I'd have everything I wanted to use all ready to go when we got here today. And well, guess what? I don't. Hey Beth. So I was thinking, now I put it away, of course. There they are, no problem. Easily found. We would use the little hearts that we had out yesterday to make a bracelet. And we can either use pink or we can use red to go along with it. The thinking towards the pink is that I do have some pink hearts. So those could easily go with. But we also have lots of pink flowers and other pink beads. So there's nothing that limits us to any particular. Sounds like one of my kitties is getting sick again. It's probably Finn. He probably chewed on the tree. He's notorious for that. Always trying to get him to quit because, you know, it's got to be not good for him. It's a synthetic tree, so it's going to come down this weekend. But in the meantime, okay. Come here, you guys. Hey, Sid. But frankly, there's 3 of these connectors. I could make a pink one and a red one if I felt like it. But we're going to start with the pink because I do have the pink hearts. And we'll decide on some pink beads here in a minute. After I got off yesterday, I was putting spacers away and I realized I just about had everything put away and I found a whole new bag. I'm like, oh, they all look silver. So in a way that's good because then I can just concentrate on another silver pouch. But I still wasn't real thrilled with finding a whole bunch of silver stuff. And so also came yesterday, I needed to find a new vendor for square gold wire because I used to always get it from Softlex and they didn't have any anymore, which was quite upsetting to me because, well, I use a lot of the square wire and I wanted some gold. Oh, well, I hope they got that fixed now, Beth, that it messed with it. Anyway, so I've got these 2 styles I'm going to try. I still have some 21 gauge, and I have gotten that from Randy before, but I like the 18 when I'm, doing something like twisting to make a decorative piece. So I tried, this is a Beadsmith 18. Figured we'd try that. And this is an entirely brand I'd never heard of before, Whackjack. And it says it's 16 gauge. So I thought, ooh, 16 gauge, that'll be nice and strong. So we'll have to experiment with those after a bit, see if they'll behave the way I want them to. So, but right now we're going to turn down and we're going to get some pink beads out and this one of these 3 hearts that's in this package, and we're going to start this bracelet. I'm sort of just trying to decide if I want to make this just a single strand bracelet or if we want to maybe make multi-strand, but if we do a multi-strand, we have to start with some really small beads, because if we're going to hook it right to the heart rather than something else, it's got to be something pretty small so that they're not instantly competing with space. So let's turn down and I'll show you. Hi, Anita. Craftwire USA or Rio Grande are both good companies, Heather, for the square wire. Well, we'll try them. I got these both off Amazon. The Wire Elements, the 18 gauge one, is from Beadsmith. So, and like I said, I've never heard of this Whack-Jack place before, but I've also never seen square wire in 16 gauge, and this is 16 gauge, so that make a nice strong hoop for when I'm making my decorative hoops. So anyway, let's turn down and we'll start thinking about this bracelet. So here we go. And these are the hearts that I have. And then we have our heart piece here. And I don't think I want to hook it straight to it like that. That's too clunky right off the bat. So I think we want something smaller to start with and then bring those out to the side some. Not sure how I like that, but we'll see if I decide to leave it or not. I do have these really pretty vintage button beads, which we could put into here. Again, I'm not sure how I like those in there, but we'll see. That's better. These are too small. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, I think I probably have enough pink beads out here. We need to start thinking about putting them together here. Here's a couple more little rondelles. We got to taper down towards the end. Hey, Dawn. So we've got all kinds of lovely pretties here. I think I'm going to go with this one here. I do have some Saturn spacers here, though I don't know if I'm going to use them. They're a little big. So if we don't want to use those, we've got, well, like I said, I found this whole bag of silver spacer beads here the other day. So let's see what we got that we might want to use from in here. There's some silver melons. There's these silver spacers here, though they're a little bigger than I want to use. Let's see, I think I had some ball spacers still in this package, but they're large holes. So because I've got them for using with have some little flower bead caps here. And I think, oh yeah, I have these guys over here too. These are fun. These might be a nice addition to here. No, we don't want my bone beads. Go back over there. These have these little guys. And I think I may have some daisy spacers still sitting over here too that I didn't pull out of here to put away. So we'll see if I do or not. There's some bronze ones. There they are. See, I knew I had some here. So I think we'll use some pink rhodochrosite. And that's way more than we're going to need. So I'll just cut this off and then I'll cut it in half. Or I may just put it on one side and then work the one side up. And then when we get to the end, we can always just cut it off. When you say silver heart connectors, are you meaning spacers, Beth? Hey, Don. You think it's kind of ironic? Yeah, it is. Hey, Kimberly. So right here in front of the heart, I'm going to want something that will go divot into that divot there. So I'll be right back. And as far as spacers are concerned, probably have some heart ones because I have like 6. Is it 6? Yeah, 6 test tube racks full of silver spacers, and they're in all different shapes and sizes. And there's 24 tubes per rack. So just have to go look. Well, I didn't see any hearts, but then I didn't look real extensively either, so I just wanted mainly a ball spacer. I love these vintage button beads. They're so pretty. Stop flipping over. Okay. This might already be too long, and that's fine. We'll just cut this loose and go do the other side, and then we'll see if it is. Now, I suspect this is way too long because it looks more like 9 than, oh, it's only 8, but still too long. You're more awake now, huh? Kimberly, that's good. Hey, Cynthia. So I just put a pile of beads here so we could switch things out if we wanted to. I'm not sure we're going to want to. In fact, I think we're probably going to want to get rid of some stuff. So let's get our mandrel out. I like my bracelets to be about 7 inches to 7 1/4. That's the average size, wrist size. And see how we're trying to overlap here a little bit. Oop, come here, you. So I think I might take out the little end ones here. And if it gets too short, we can always put an extender chain on. So I think we'll just take out these little guys right here. And then we'll just crimp this. Now, this is not like a normal first crimp. This is our second crimp. We got to remember we already have one over here on this side. So, doesn't seem to want to go through this drook, but I'm not sure. There it goes. Now, I always use a jump ring and a lobster claw on the ends, so we can just make this into a little loop so that we can put a jump ring through it. Come here, don't go bye-bye. Turn. Now I just turn and scoosh until it won't do so anymore. And by then you should have the little round ball. If you don't, just keep going till you get it. You little brat, you didn't clip off all the way. Most of the way, but not all the way. Come here. That's an ugly cut. It's not all the way cut. See if we can get in here and get it cut a little better. Okay, go into the spacer below and you'll be all right. There we go. So I got this one done. I have a lot more wire than I thought here. So There is a pretty pink bracelet. Now we just have to put the endings on. And put all this stuff away we're not using. We'll make something else. Hey, Rosemary. So we'll put the findings on, and then we'll be done with this bracelet. We have all these pretty beads out, so we may decide to make some earrings or something. Could make a stretch bracelet too, though I'd probably want a few more things out. So let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Thought I still had a larger jump ring out here too, but if I do, it's not finding it. I tend to just leave stuff on my desk or flip it up towards the top of my desk if I don't put it away right away, so. But maybe I don't. We'll see. Anyway. Back here. One of my beads tried to run away. Can't be having that. Oh, did I test this? I'm not sure I did. Well, we'll test it as soon as we get it on. Yeah, it works fine. Now, if you want to put an extender chain on, you can do it right here with this jump ring right here. Oop, come on, turn. This is a steel one, and it doesn't always want to turn as easily, which is all right. So let's see how long it ended up being. See, it's still 7 1/4, even having taken those 2 beads out. So it's a pretty nice, it's a pretty average size. Pretty little heart bracelet. May have to price that and put it in my Etsy shop later. Well, we'll see. So anyway, there's our bracelet. let's make something else while we're at it. Oh, those are gold. I don't know if we're gonna. Yeah, they are pretty, aren't they? The little pink hearts. Okay. Why I'm doing this is I'm thinking I might just make a pair of chain earrings with just some chain coming down in 3 spots and the little beaded pieces hanging from them. Now these pins have pretty small ball heads, so I'll probably put another spacer on with them to make sure our beads don't fall through, because it's pretty, well, it seems to be all right, but I'm not sure. So I'll just put a daisy spacer. Okay. Wires are a little mangled, but usually you can straighten them up pretty good with your fingers. So, see, that's this one, this one. Now, get these 3 wrapped up. Excess beads here. And then we're going to find some little chain, and we're going to just hook them all to a little bit of chain so they fall at different lengths. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see what I do with those. Hey, Cindy. Now, any of these would make a sweet little earring all on its own if you wanted to. We're making little guys. Slid down some, so push it up. Boy, this baby wants to wiggle around a lot. And since these do seem to be doing wiggles, I'm going to switch the ones I hold with to my flat nose. They have a slightly better, can get a slightly better hold, generally. I shouldn't say that's a all the time thing because it's not, but like this is moving already. Obnoxious thing. And we slip down, so I'm going to push it up some. Nope, that does go over there. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say and trying to find is I have some little twisted closed silver rings up here somewhere, which I was thinking I will hook my chain onto, and then we will hook the ear wire onto the little silver ring and make another little decorative piece to our earrings. Bing. Hey Renee, how's it going, honey? We want to hold with these, Rose. Hold with these. There we go. I've been debating with myself about yesterday's earrings, whether I'm going to keep them or not. Keep one, both. Neither. Because I really, really like both pair. I think they turned out really nicely. And so I was debating if I was going to keep them or if I was going to put them in my Etsy shop. I'll probably price out the bracelet and put it on the Etsy shop. But oh, come on, tuck in there. There we go. But it's a little crooked. See how that top is just a touch crooked? We want to straighten that up some. There we go. Anybody else find that they have to hold their bead strands when they're trying to tuck them? I find I can't get them to tuck if I just hold them by hand to tuck. So there's that one and that one. Okay, so we need to find a little piece of some little pieces of chain, and then we also want to find some make sure these are closed or I'll have stuff everywhere, won't I? We want to find the little ring that I was talking about. So I want, let's see, what do we have for chain? Da, da. Oh, actually, do I still have them here? Yes. There's the two little pieces of Figaro chain I got out yesterday. And I think we can use that on. In fact, let's get the rest of the Figaro chain. We did 3 on these 2 that we were, well, actually, technically it's 2. The third is the Figaro in the middle. So we're gonna make each of these one link more. So again, we've got that extra little piece because this is I'm going to show you what I mean here in just a second. Let's see, in between here is this little, hope you guys can see it. See this little figure 8 right here in the middle? And it actually goes from, it's double welded, so it's welded right here in the middle. So you have to cut this twice to get these links loose, because you cut the first one, you've got the first link left. I did 3 on this one, so we have 2, 3, and I'm going to do a 4. But in order to do the other side, you still have to get rid of what the rest of that little figure 8. See, it's right there. So then we want 1, 2, 3 links, and we're going to cut this right here to get our third link here. Don't cut your big loop rows. So we got the 1, 2, 3 and the 1, 2 right now here. There's 2, there's 3, and then I'm going to cut a 4 so that we have 3 different lengths. Did I get that off? I don't think I did. See, it's still stuck on there. There it goes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Didn't cut it enough. Oh, we got it. There's the 4. And 4. Okay. Now this time we need whole bunches of little tinky tots because we're going to need them for top and bottom. We're not going to put the top on until after we find the rings, though. We'll just put the chain on to each of these. Now I need to decide which one I want to have that should be the shortest and which one the longest. I for sure want this one to be the longest, the biggest piece here. So then the decision is which one of these is going to be the shorter and which one is going to be the longer. So I think what I'm going to just do is just reach down and grab one of the two because I don't care. Yeah, that's true. You have to chase the end around the wire. That's why I always try to hold it so that it's not going spin, spin, spin. What was that about the dogs? Oh, you were watching some videos about dogs. Okay. So I'm going to get some of our Tinky Tots. Find where the break is. It's right there at the top, which is where you want it. If it's at the bottom, when you go to make your twist, it mangles your piece. So just be aware of that. Okay. Guess it's going to be this one on the shorter. Is this the 3 one? Yes. Where's my... Now I need to, well, put these other ones on as well on theirs, but I also need to find one of my little closed silver twisted rings. They used to be sitting right up in front here, but I have sometimes organizing is good and sometimes not, because you tend to move stuff and then it's like, now where the heck did I put that up? This is the 3, not the 4. That's the 2. There's the 4. Now, which one got the 3? The one with this one got the 3. Oh, thank you, Heather. Now, when I hook these onto the ring, the big one will be in the middle, and then it doesn't matter to me which side has the short and has the long, but I will make them opposite each other. So like I have them sitting right here with the long one here. Since this one is on this side, we'll put it on this side over here, and then this one will sit here. So they're just going to be just like that. I'm going to go get a silver ring, little silver ring. Like I said, they were sitting right above me, but they're not all there right now. So anyway, I'm not seeing them. So instead of searching for the ones up there and knocking everything off the shelf, I know I have some more over here in my ring box. Ugh. See, pretty little twisted silver rings. So we're just gonna take our jump rings. Looks like we're gonna need some more, even though I had a whole pile there. And we're going to put each of these chains, just in the order I have them, onto the ring. And we have the longer one in the middle and each of the smaller ones on the side. And now we're just going to take one more jump ring. We're going to go through here. And actually, I think we may need 2 jump rings, but we'll see here in a second if it's going to hang right or if I need a second one. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We'll need 2. See, it's trying to hang sideways. So we're going to need 2 of these little guys to hold our ear wire in place. Otherwise, it's going to hang the wrong direction. Now, I still have this little guy. I could see how it looks. Nah, it's too big. If we had used a bigger ring, this little guy could have hung right in the middle of the other little ring, but it's too big, so it can go away. So close this one up, and we'll get some more out. So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more out because we need 5 for this side and 1 for this side. 1, 2, 3. There's an open one already. Might as well use it over here. 4 and 5. Now, when I put the ear wire on this one, it doesn't matter which way it goes on. However, when we put the other one on, if we do want them to be mirror images, then I have to make sure that when I put the second one on, or when I put this on, they're hanging the direction I want them to hang. So there's number 1. And of course, when you do this first bunch, it doesn't really matter which direction you hang them in as long as you get the bigger one in the middle, because you can just turn it around to the other direction and it becomes the other way until you put your ear wire on, that is. Lily hair. No, actually, I think that was my hair because it was pretty long. Rings are so fun. They can be functional, they can be decorative, or in this case, they can be both. I have used these little rings on the bottom of extender chains to add a pretty to my extender chains because they are quite pretty with the twist in the wire, but that is not necessarily their chore, so to speak. So, did we get twisted? Yeah, that's all right. They're fine. Now here's where we have to decide where things are sitting. So this has to go the opposite way as it is right now. So we'll want our earwire to go this way. So there we go. There's our earrings, our bracelet, and our earrings. Oops, come on, hang right. Or sit right. You'll hang however you want. But thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. So anyway, here is our earrings, and they will flop wherever they want since they are on chains, and they'll twist some up sometimes too, but that's all right. That you can always get them to separate back out again. And since we used most of the beads that I took out for this that were extra, we now have a perfectly fine only have a couple to put away. So let's turn up, and I think we're going to be done for the day. And so there's our bracelet. It turned out to be 7 1/4 inches. Oop, come on, let's get the heart to the front. So there's our heart, and we have the heart beads, vintage button beads, some little purple opalite, and a pretty beryl crystal. So that's the bracelet. And then our earrings. And they're pretty long, just the way I like them. But they're very, even though they're long, they move a lot, but they're sort of delicate looking. Yes, so as I said, your silver ring, especially these decorative ones. This is a closed one, not an open one. Jump ring, though you could use an open jump ring, you just have to be careful that it was closed all the way. Can be decorative, can be functional, can be both, as in this case. So there we go. So anyway, this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. I'm glad that you guys like that. Yeah, they are very pretty pinks, and I like them, and I hope you do too. And we're going to take off now, so that I believe Dominique is coming on in about a little over a half hour, 40 minutes. So I think these turned out really pretty, and I hope you guys agree. We'll see you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.